Good afternoon and welcome back to Northern Ontario. My name is Dave. This is Makarosati, my in-scale layout. So last week we built a mock-up of a warehouse out of paper. What's happening here? There we go. And this is what it looked like. This week I'm going to make the actual warehouse. Now, I've already made a test just to make sure that I had all my measurements right, so I'll just show you that. So this is my test. It is made out of, I think this is a 16th inch basswood. Just find out. It's 1.74 millimeters. And this is just a test. I realized I made a mistake on the measurement. I made this. This is from the bottom to the building to the bottom of the loading dock too high. So of course, when you put a boxcar beside it, you can see that the boxcar is going to be way out of the ground. It needs to be. Boxcar needs to be down here somewhere, and so that had to be changed. So what I've done is on my laser cutter, I've cut out all the parts, and we're going to do this on. Excuse me. We're going to do this in two parts. Today we're just going to assemble the main carcass, and then during the week I'm going to paint all the other parts. I have the siding cut out. Again, it was cut out with the laser cutter. And I just want to say something about the laser cutter. My laser cutter is a diode laser cutter, and it doesn't have an enclosure. And on a Maker's Muse channel, his name is Marcus, said that he wasn't really in favor of these things because they're not particularly safe, and I have to agree with him. So if you're going to buy yourself a laser cutter, be prepared to follow every last safety protocol for the laser cutter. In fact, in my case, I'm going to build an enclosure around it, and make it as safe, because as he pointed out, little children and animals and stuff, they don't know any better than to stare at something that's bright and shiny. And so yes, I'm going to make an enclosure of mine. So that's my little safety plug here today. So what we're going to do here today is I purchased Starbond glue, which is a very good glue, and it comes in thin, medium, and thick, and you can see there it just dribbles out very little. You'll have to excuse me, but over the past week and a half, both my wife and I have had COVID, and we're kind of just recovering. So here we go. So I've got all the pieces cut out here, and what we're going to do first is attach the sidewalls. Then we're going to put some bracing on the back here, to support a roof. And then once we've got the sidewalls and the bracing in place, we're going to stick both halves of the building together. And I'm going to attach the siding, and that's where we'll stop today. As you can see here on the cardboard, I have the windows, window frames, door, loading dock frames. I have some plastic mesh that I'm going to use on some of the windows, and so let's just get at it, and I'll put this together. So I'm just going to separate out the two buildings. I've got the tall one over here, the shorter one over here. And again, I can't recommend more than making sure you go out and purchase yourself a set of 1, 2, 3 blocks. Now I got 4 of them. I know that I could use more, but I'm not going to. So here we go. So I very carefully have written on the fronts of these things, front and back, so I don't reverse them, because if I can't reverse them because I've already cut the siding. So I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to put the 1, 2, 3 block up against it, and maybe I'm going to switch the camera too. Let's see if that makes any. Okay, that's a little better. You can see it. And now I'm going to take the glue, and I'm going to run a bead along here. Take the side, and I'm going to push it up against, like this. And I'm going to hold it in place, and then I'm going to bead the glue again. Now this Styrene stuff is extremely quick at going off, and as you can see, that's done now. So now I'm going to flip this around, and one of the things that the sidewalls are bracing and taking any warps out of the building. So will the bracing that bracing I put in for the roof. So there we go, that's in there like that. And now I've got the bracing for the roof, and I've got to make sure and see that I pre-cut this. So here we go. Run the bead along here. Now these very fine tip applicators put out just a little bit of glue. So I think so. I'm just going to put some glue, more glue down here. And here. And just a bit more in here. And now, the roof itself. So again, I'm going to run a bead along here. And flip this and put it in place. Let that set for a second. Let that set. And a little bit of heat on the sides here. Okay. And so we have the first half of the building. So you can see it's not that difficult. Now there is no prototype for this. I didn't go out and take pictures of the building and do this. I went on Pinterest, and if you hunt model railroads, there's tons and tons of pictures of buildings. And so I just printed out one of those buildings and then took measurements from that, and that's how I got this particular building. It's not a match to to the paper one. Okay, so there's that part of the building done. Now, second building. So again, I'm going to flip this over. Yep, my side walls. 1, 2, 3 blocks. And like I say, this Starbond stuff really goes off fast. It's good glue. I'll be buying more of it, that's for sure. Now, I actually went to like the Starbond website and bought right from their website. The other side here. Now this is a low relief building. It's going to go in behind the yard. What I did with the yard is I left a lot of space in one edge towards the outside of the layout so that I could put in a siding and spot boxcars for 1 or 2 industries along there, instead of it just being a blank wall. And so that's where this is going to go. So now I've got the 2 sides done, and now I've got the roof. Now I'm going to double check that the roof fits, and it does. So first we're going to grab my white plastic, and let's take the glue, run along here. There we go. And put it in place. Some glue again here. It's not taking this one. It's not. No. And hold it. Now that's. Seem to have stuck down here, so we'll just give this a bit of glue here. There we go. So like I say, this is going to be a 2-parter. And All right, and this says roof on it. Okay. So and slide the roof in place. Glue again. Bead. We'll let that set up. Now I didn't cut the sides out of the plastic yet because I want to make sure that I overlap the edges with the front. So here we go, there we go. So now I got one building and another building. So there you go, you can see it side by side here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to join these two. And I was looking, oh yeah, I got one. So what I'll do is I'm going to take some glue and put it on the end wall of this building. And put it up against this one. Line them up. Stick a clamp on them and line them up again. Okay, so we'll let that set up. Now as that's setting up, I'm going to take the siding that I've cut for the building. Now one of the beautiful things about the laser cutter is I can cut the out the basic carcass, and then I can cut out the just by changing what I'm cutting, cut out the actual siding for it. So I just noticed something has happened here. The roof has come off. So one more time here. And I'm going to put this here. There. Give that a couple of seconds to set up. And once that's set up, we'll flip it over and we'll put the siding on it. Now this siding is from Plastistruck, and it is number 91510, N-scale corrugated siding. And this, I have two types of plastics. I have the plastic from Evergreen and the plastic from Plastistruck. The Plastistruck sheets are slightly bigger, which makes a big difference on this particular model, because I was able to fit the entire one side out of the out of a sheet of this, and use only a single sheet to do the whole building. So let's see if we get lucky here and whether this is now stuck together. And it is. Alright, so now I'm going to flip this over, and it's time to glue down this building. So, take the siding, put it in place, line it up. Now, you'll notice, maybe, I don't know if you can see. Let me just go. Let's go back to 7 here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's right here above this door, there's some scorching from the laser. And that's because I forgot to turn on my air assist that blows air over top of the laser as it cuts, so that it doesn't scorch, it doesn't burn. It gives me a cleaner cut. Here we go. We're going to do this. This. Here we go. Now next week we're going to finish this off. What I want to do once I'm finished getting all the siding on it is to I'm going to paint it. So the next thing, I'm just going to turn it around here. So you can see there it is. Right, doesn't look like much right now, but it will once we finish weathering it and doing all the other stuff to it. I've got to cap the tops here, stuff. But what we've got to do now is put on siding on the sidewalls. And so I'm just going to lift this up. And I'm going to work this. And I'll take my scalpel. the nice things about styrene is you just have to score it and then it snaps. So it's easy enough to work with. Where are we? Are we on 7? Yeah, we're on 7. Okay. So now I have to take this piece and put it up against this side of the building. So, there. Grab my glue again. Now I have a tendency to scratch build most things. When we come to working on the paper reel, you'll see I've got there's more scratch build than there is kit build there. Okay. Now I made the front of this a little longer than it needed to be, so that I can come back now with a knife and trim and get a nice clean edge. There we go. I'm going to detail this. I'm going to put air conditioning systems on the roof and other stuff to dress out the building itself. Now here I can't just stick it up against it, and so this is where again I recommend that you go out and buy yourself a good pair of calipers. So here, and now I'm going to come in here. Now in theory, oh, it's shorter. Okay, so I'm going to make a mark, and then come in here, zero that out. Here. Just step out of frame for a second. Another thing you should actually get yourself if you're going to do a lot of scratch building is some machinist squares, some small model machinist squares. This allows you to get nice right angles. So once again, scalpel and ruler. And again, all I'm doing is scoring once and twice. And then again, scoring once and twice. Break it off. There we go. Alright, so again, here we go with the glue. again, there's a bit of an overlap here. And that's just so I can get a nice clean fit. Put this down here. Take the knife. And here, that took 4 strokes to trim that off, so now we have the side of the building trimmed off. So now we're just left with this side, and that'll be it for today. So this side, same thing again. I think it should be, all things being equal, it should be the same, and it is. Yep, it is. So, I'll take my pencil here. Mark. There it goes. Take my square, line it up along, and I always try and put the square on a factory edge so I know I'm getting an absolute square line. Now, because of the way this plastic is engraved, the pencil tends to go right down into the grooves, and that makes it easy to draw a straight line. But I still use the square because you never know, you might slip, you might make a mistake, you might hop over one of the grooves and have it in the wrong place. So now take the knife, score once, score twice, score 3 times, and snap. Now, here we go. I'm going to snap this. Oops, easy. Now, you always do light passes. You don't try and cut through at the first go. There we go. And I'm going to trim the top of this because it's not pretty. So I'm just going to do that. And trim this piece off so we have a nice square. There we go. And snap that. That's better. Okay. Give it some glue again. Place. Line it up with the front edge. And now I just have one little scrap piece to cut. So again, I'm going to go here. Oops, careful, David. Oh, that's why. They store these squares on a steel rack with magnets, and there was a magnet stuck there. That's where that happened there. Here. So once again, grab the oops. So that's why I use the square. Because it slipped there and place. So here we go. Okay. that. Snap. Glue. This in place. Come on. Behave yourself. Let's put that little. So there you go. There you go. Actually, let's go over the camera too. So this is the building as it stands now. We have the sides done. The inside has bracing for the roof, and the roof pieces are in place. That's a good. So you can see it's not that difficult. Now, all of this, of course, could be done with just a hobby knife and the material that you need to build it with. You don't need a laser cutter, but I like the precision of it and how it works. So what's going to happen next is I'm going to go and we're going to stop the video. I'm going to go and paint this. Get it ready for finishing. I'm going to paint all of the windows and other things that are part of the model itself. And then next week we're going to finish off the model itself. So next week we'll be gluing in the windows and the door frames and the doors, and then we're going to weather it. I'm going to have to break out one of my 3D printers and print some of the extra roofing parts that need to be built, and that'll be it. So I want to thank you for watching today. I'm trying to keep these short and just instructive as I can. So like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing costs you nothing, and if you want to know when the next one's coming, you ring the bell on the YouTube page, and you'll get a notification of the next time I put out a video. So be good to yourself, be good to your family, take care of them, and remember, it's your model railroad and you can build it any way you wish. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.